All right, everybody, I'm very excited to do this review because a long time ago when the 2025 Camry XSE first came out, I did a review on it. It was one of my first YouTube reviews I did before I ended up becoming partner. So I'm very excited to do a more proper review now. This is a Camry XSE, and this one's in the windshield pearl color. Let's take a look at it.
Starting up front, this XSE trim gives the Camry a much sportier personality compared to the LE and the XLE. You've got the color-keyed sport mesh front grille, the racing-inspired gloss black air curtains, and you get the color-keyed front bumper accents that give the front end a much more aggressive look. The headlights are also a big part of the design. You have these hammerhead headlights, which are LED. They're projector low and high beam headlights, LED daytime running lights, and you get the automatic high beams. In the back, you have the premium LED combination taillights, the black rear spoiler, black Camry lettering, and the color-keyed rear sport lower diffuser that gives it a much more upscale and aggressive look. Now, if you're considering a Camry for the first time, all of the Camrys are hybrid. You can get them in a front-wheel drive or you can get them in an all-wheel drive. And depending on the configuration, the gas mileage could change a little bit. You also have a single exhaust with dual chrome tips. Now, let's take a closer look at the black rear spoiler. And then right up top, you get the black shark fin antenna. And this comes with the 19-inch smoke gray and black finished alloy wheels. The Camry comes standard with a 2.5-liter hybrid 4-cylinder engine, and this is electronic on demand. It's all-wheel drive. You get 43 miles per gallon combined, and then this gets 184 horsepower. On the side, you get the black window trim and the sport side rocker panels, and then the overall length is 193.5 inches, and the width is 72.4 inches.
Now, before we hop inside, let's go over some buttons. You have your lock button, you have your unlock button. You can open up the trunk right here, and then you push this button 3 times on the lock. You go 1, 2, 3, hold it down. The light should blink, signaling that the remote starts working. You have your smart key system on the door. You just put your hand here, it unlocks. You push this to lock it, then you hold your hand here for more than 3 seconds, and all the doors will unlock. Inside, you have your push button start right here. There's that nice light up on your digital gauge cluster. Starting on the left side of the door right here, you have your unlock and lock, and then you have your child lock right here. Right here, you can control the power windows. Then you have your windows for the front and the back. Right down here, you have your 8-way power adjustable seat, forward, back. This part of the seat comes up. Then you can also move this part of the seat, and you have your lumbar support down here. Lower left side of the steering wheel, you have your automatic high beams, traction control off. You can control the brightness on your digital gauge cluster right there. And then you have the button to open up the trunk and to open up the gas. Left side of the steering wheel, you have your back button, your call button, all your arrows to control your digital gauge cluster in front of you, which you have 3 different page setups that you can do for customized settings. Then you have your volume up and down and your voice to speak. Right side of the steering wheel, you have your cruise control, your steer assist button right here, your cruise modes if you want regular cruise or adaptive cruise, your gap adjust between you and the preceding vehicle to control the speed and to cancel, and then you have your different channels and stations right here. Now you do get paddle shifters right here if you want to manually shift, and then on the left side of the steering wheel right here you have all your light controls, and on the right side you have all your wiper controls. You have a nice 12.3-inch audio multimedia display right here. I love the way that this is designed. I've said it in my other videos. I would prefer to have a screen this way versus more of a squared off one. Down here you have your auto button, then you can control your seats. This is your heated seat, different settings right there. And then you have your off, you have your front defroster, rear defroster with outside mirrors. Here's where you can control your temperature, your fan speed right here. Then you have your heated steering wheel button right there, where you want the air to flow. Then you have the temperature control for your passengers, your sync, so you can have them both sync together, circulate the air within the cabin, and then your ACs right there. Right down here, you have a USB, and then you have 2 USB-Cs. This comes with a wireless charger here. You got some extra storage here, and then you have 2 cup holders and some storage in here with something to charge your devices. Right here's your brake hold function. If you don't want to sit in traffic with your foot on the brake, you can push this down. You have your EV mode if you want to drive on just the electric portion for a short period of time if the battery is charged, and your electronic parking brake. And then right here you have your different drive modes depending on how you want to drive. So you have Eco, I'm going to show you right here on the digital gauge cluster. Then you have normal, and then you have sport. Up here is your rear view mirror, and then you have 3 settings for garage doors. And then you can control your lights up here, left side, right side, all the lights, and then your doors. So whenever you open the doors, the lights will come on. Right here is the button to close your panoramic glass roof. And then you can open it by pulling this back as well. Now, if you want to open up just this portion of it, you're going to have to go on the other side right here, pull this back, and it opens up. Right back here, you have a cup holder, some storage, your windows, good amount of space back here for your passengers. And then right down here, you have a USB, USB-C, and some vents. Now to open up the trunk, you can just push this button here and it goes up. You don't have to pull it. And there's a lot of room in the back of the Camry. This one looks like it has the Camry mats on the inside, which is really nice. But check out all that storage. Now, if you want those seats to go forward, you can pull these right here and then you can push them forward. On the passenger side, you do get power seats as well. You just don't get the lumbar support. And this comes with the Camry mats here and then in the back as well.
Now the inside I absolutely love on the Camry XSE. This is where the redesign surprised me. Older Camrys were nice, but this actually feels a lot more modern. Plus you get the real leather trim seats. And again, they are heated and you get that heated steering wheel as well. You get the soft touch materials all throughout. This also has the ambient lighting. I just can't showcase it to you guys because it is daytime. You also get the 12.3 inch digital gauge cluster that I did not mention earlier, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Now we're going to take this on a test drive right here on the dealership lot. I did want to mention that the hybrid system feels a lot smoother than the older Camrys and you get a quieter cabin. It's a lot quieter than expected. Now, because this comes with a sport tuned suspension, it feels a lot more balanced and comfortable than some of the other Camrys as well. Now, who would the Camry XSE be for? For anyone that's looking to have great fuel economy, reliability, you like that sport style and you want the all-wheel drive capability, plus you get a lot of the modern technology and something that still feels upscale without spending Lexus money. You still get Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which comes with pre-collision system and pedestrian detection, full speed range dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert with steer assist, you get lane tracing assist, road sign assist, automatic high beams, and then you get proactive driving assist. Standard blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert and safe exit alert. I know I mentioned fuel economy earlier, but combined, this gets 43 miles per gallon on average. If you go with the front wheel drive version, you'll get closer to 48 to 49 miles per gallon. Now, if you guys want a buyer's guide on which Toyota Camry you should purchase, I actually did a buyer's guide not too long ago of every single trim level, and I explained what all of them come with so you can make an informed decision. That'll be linked in the link above. You guys can watch that and let me know which trim level you ended up going with and why. This Camry, as it sits, stickers for $41,133, and that's because it has some upgrades. The premium paint, which is $475, the panoramic glass roof, which is $1,330. You get the door edge guards, cargo net, envelope, door sill protectors, and you get the mud guards. If you're comparing this to any other vehicle, you would compare it to the Honda Accord Hybrid, Hyundai Sonata Hybrid, or the Lexus ES Hybrid.
Thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I haven't done a review on the XSE since the 2025. It was a heavy metal one with the red interior, and it was one of my first reviews. So if you guys want to watch that, you can. I've definitely come a long way with my channel, so I wanted to do a more proper review. And if you guys like these kind of videos, I'm constantly doing Toyota reviews, button tutorials, and point of view test drives on this channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And again, stay tuned for the next video.